Nikon Corporation, also known just as Nikon, is a Japanese multinational corporation headquartered in Tokyo, Japan, specializing in optics and imaging products. Its products include cameras, camera lenses, binoculars, microscopes, ophthalmic lenses, measurement instruments, and the steppers used in the photolithography steps of semiconductor fabrication, of which it is the world's second largest manufacturer. The companies held by Nikon form the Nikon Group. Among its products are Nikkor imaging lenses, the Nikon F-series of 35mm film SLR cameras, the Nikon D-series of digital SLR cameras, the Coolpix series of compact digital cameras, and the Nikonos series of underwater film cameras. Nikon's main competitors in camera and lens manufacturing include Canon, Sony, Pentax, and Olympus. Founded in July 25, 1917 as Nippon Kagaku-Kagaya Kabushiki-gaisha, the company was renamed Nikon Corporation, after its cameras, in 1988. Nikon is one of the companies of the Mitsubishi Group. History: Nikon Corporation was established on July 25, 1917 when three leading optical manufacturers merged to form a comprehensive, fully integrated optical company known as Nippon Kagaku Takaya. Over the next 60 years, this growing company became a manufacturer of optical lenses and equipment used in cameras, binoculars, microscopes and inspection equipment. During World War II the company grew to 19 factories and 23,000 employees, supplying items such as binoculars, lenses, bomb sights, and periscopes to the Japanese military. Reception outside Japan: after the war Nippon Kagaku reverted to producing its civilian product range in a single factory. In 1948, the first Nikon-branded camera was released. The Nikon ʻnɪkʒn lenses were popularized by the American photojournalist David Douglas Duncan. Duncan was working in Tokyo when the Korean War began. Duncan had met a young Japanese photographer, Jun Miki, who introduced Duncan to Nikon lenses. From July 1950 to January 1951, Duncan covered the Korean War. Fitting Nikon optics to his Leica rangefinder cameras produced high-contrast negatives with very sharp resolution of the center field. Names and brands: founded in 1917 as Nippon Kagaku Kagaya Kabushiki-gaisha, the company was renamed Nikon Corporation, after its cameras, in 1988. The name Nikon, which dates from 1946, is a merging of Nippon Kagaku and Zeiss brand icon. This would cause some early problems in Germany as Zeiss complained that Nikon violated its trademarked camera. From 1963 to 1968 the Nikon F in particular was therefore labeled Nik. The Nik brand was introduced in 1932, a westernized rendering of an earlier version Nikkor, an abbreviation of the company's original full name. Nikkor is the Nikon brand name for its lenses. Another early brand used on microscopes was Joico, an abbreviation of Japan Optical Industries Company. Xpeed is the brand Nikon uses for its image processors since 2007. The rise of the Nikon F-series. The Nikon SP and other 1950s and 1960s rangefinder cameras competed directly with models from Leica and Zeiss. However, the company quickly ceased developing its rangefinder line to focus its efforts on the Nikon F single-lens reflex line of cameras, which was successful upon its introduction in 1959. For nearly 30 years, Nikon's F-series SLRs were the most widely used small-format cameras among professional photographers, as well as by the U.S. space program. Nikon popularized many features in professional SLR photography, such as the modular camera system with interchangeable lenses, viewfinders, motor drives, and databacks. Integrated light metering and lens indexing. Electronic strobe flashguns instead of expendable flash bulbs. Electronic shutter control. Evaluative multi-zone matrix metering. And built-in motorized film advance. However, as autofocus SLRs became available from Minolta and others in the mid-1980s, Nikon's line of manual focus cameras began to seem out of date. Despite introducing one of the first autofocus models, the slow and bulky F3AF, The company's determination to maintain lens compatibility with its F-mount prevented rapid advances in autofocus technology. Canon introduced a new type of lens camera interface with its entirely electronic Canon EOS cameras and Canon EF lens mount in 1987. The much faster lens performance permitted by Canon's electronic focusing and aperture control prompted many professional photographers to switch to the Canon system through the 1990s. Precision equipment. In addition to cameras and other visual imaging products, Nikon Corporation develops and manufactures photolithography equipment. In 1980, the first Nikon step and repeat photolithography tool, the NS-1010G, was produced in Japan. Since then, Nikon has introduced over 50 models of step and repeat and step and scan lithography systems. Nikon currently designs and manufactures precision equipment for use in semiconductor and liquid crystal display fabrication, inspection, and measurement. In 1982, Nikon Precision Incorporated was established in the United States to provide service, training, applications and technical support, as well as sales and marketing for Nikon lithography equipment in North America. Nikon Precision opened its current headquarters in 1990, and the facility now houses corporate offices and a fully equipped training center that includes a state-of-the-art clean room. Today, Nikon Precision is an industry leader in supplying and supporting advanced photolithography equipment used in the critical stages of semiconductor manufacturing. Nikon also has research and development operations in the U.S. under Nikon Research Corporation of America, which directly supports the R&D efforts of the Precision Equipment Company in Kagohara, Japan. Cultural activities. In Japan, Nikon runs the Nikon Salon exhibition spaces, runs the Nick Club for amateur photographers, and arranges the Ina Nobuo Award, Miki Junior Award and Miki Junior Inspiration Awards. Digital photography. Nikon created some of the first digital SLRs for NASA, used in the Space Shuttle since 1991. After a 1990s partnership with Kodak to produce digital SLR cameras based on existing Nikon film bodies, Nikon released the Nikon D1 SLR under its own name in 1999. Although it used an APS-C size light sensor only two-thirds the size of a 35mm film frame, the D1 was among the first digital cameras to have sufficient image quality and a low enough price for some professionals to use it as a replacement for a film SLR. The company also has a Coolpix line which grew as consumer digital photography became increasingly prevalent through the early 2000s. Through the mid-2000s, Nikon's line of professional and enthusiast DSLRs and lenses including their back-compatible AFS lens line remained in second place behind Canon in SLR camera sales, and Canon had several years' lead in producing professional DSLRs with light sensors as large as traditional 35mm film frames. All Nikon DSLRs from 1999 to 2007, by contrast, used the smaller DX size sensor. Then, 2005 management changes at Nikon led to new camera designs such as the full-frame Nikon D3 in late 2007, the Nikon D700 a few months later, and mid-range SLRs. Nikon regained much of its reputation among professional and amateur enthusiast photographers as a leading innovator in the field, especially because of the speed, ergonomics, and low-light performance of its latest models. The mid-range Nikon D90, introduced in 2008, was also the first SLR camera to record video. Since then video mode has been introduced to many more of the Nikon DSLR cameras including the Nikon D3S, Nikon D7000, Nikon D5100, Nikon D3100 and Nikon D3200. Camera Nikon D5100. More recently, Nikon has released a photograph and video editing suite called View NX to browse, edit, merge and share images and videos. Film camera production. Once Nikon introduced affordable consumer-level DSLRs such as the Nikon D70 in the mid-2000s, sales of its consumer and professional film cameras fell rapidly, following the general trend in the industry. In January 2006, Nikon announced it would stop making most of its film camera models and all of its large-format lenses, and focus on digital models. Nevertheless, Nikon is the only major camera manufacturer still making film SLRs. The remaining model is the professional Nikon F6 with the last amateur model, FM10, having been discontinued. Movie camera production. Although few models were introduced, Nikon made movie cameras as well. The A10 and A8 Super Zoom Super 8 models were the top of the line and last attempt for the amateur movie field. The cameras had a special gate and claw system to improve image steadiness and overcome a major drawback of Super 8 cartridge design. The A10 model has a high-speed 10x macro zoom lens. Interestingly and contrary to other brands, Nikon never attempted to offer projectors and accessories. Thai operations. Nikon has shifted much of its manufacturing facilities to Thailand, with some production in China and Indonesia. The company constructed a factory in Ayutthaya north of Bangkok in Thailand in 1991. By the year 2000, it had 2,000 employees. Steady growth over the next few years and an increase of floor space from the original 19,400 square meters to 46,200 square meters enabled the factory to produce a wider range of Nikon products. By 2004, it had more than 8,000 workers. The range of the products produced at Nikon Thailand include plastic molding, optical parts, painting, printing, metal processing, plating, spherical lens process, aspherical lens process, prism process, electrical and electronic mounting process, silent wave motor and autofocus unit production. As of 2009, all of Nikon's Nikon DX format DSLR cameras and the D600, a prosumer FX camera, are produced in Thailand, while their professional and semi-professional Nikon FX format cameras are built in Japan, in the city of Sendai. The Thai facility also produces most of Nikon's digital DX zoom lenses, as well as numerous other lenses in the Nik line. Sponsorship. As of November 19, 2013, Nikon is the official camera of Walt Disney World Resort and Disneyland Resort. Nikon is the official co-sponsor of Galatasaray ASK football team. Nikon has other sponsorships. Nikon Essilor Company Limited. In 1999, Nikon and Essilor have signed a Memorandum of Understanding to form a global strategic alliance in corrective lenses by forming a 50/50 joint venture in Japan to be called Nikon Essilor Company Limited. The main purpose of the joint venture is to further strengthen the corrective lens business of both companies. This will be achieved through the integrated strengths of Nikon's strong brand backed up by advanced optical technology and strong sales network in Japanese market, coupled with the high productivity and worldwide marketing and sales network of Essilor, the world leader in this industry. Nikon Essilor Company Limited started its business in January 2000, responsible for research, development, production and sales mainly for ophthalmic optics. Cameras. In January 2006, Nikon announced the discontinuation of all but 2 models of its film cameras, focusing its efforts on the digital camera market. It continues to sell the fully manual FM10, and still offers the high-end fully automatic F6. Nikon has also committed to service all the film cameras for a period of 10 years after production ceases. Film 35mm SLR cameras with manual focus, high-end, Nikon F-series, Nikon F2 series, Nikon F3 series, mid-range, Nikkor X series, Nikon F-series, Nikon FM, Nikon FM2 series, Nikon FM10, Nikon FM3A, mid-range with electronic features, Nikon EL series, Nikon EL2, Nikon FE, Nikon FE2, Nikon FA, Nikon F601M, Nikon FE10, entry-level, Nikon M, Nikon FG, Nikon FG20, Nikon F301, film APS SLR cameras, Nikon Pronia 600i/Pronia 6i, Nikon Pronia S. Film 35mm SLR cameras with autofocus. High-end, Nikon F3AF, Nikon F4, Nikonos RS, Nikon F5, Nikon F6, high-end, Nikon F501, Nikon F801, Nikon F801S, Nikon F90, Nikon F90X, Nikon F80, Nikon F100, mid-range, Nikon F601, Nikon F70, Nikon F75, entry-level, Nikon F401, Nikon F401S, Nikon F401X, Nikon F50, Nikon F60, Nikon F65, Nikon F55, professional rangefinder cameras, Nikon ʻnɪkʒn, Nikon S, Nikon S2, Nikon SP, Nikon S3, Nikon S4, Nikon S3M, Nikon S3 2000, Nikon SP Limited Edition, compact cameras. Between 1983 and the early 2000s a broad range of compact cameras were made by Nikon. Nikon first started by naming the cameras with a series name. In later production cycles, the cameras were double-branded with a series name on the one and a sales name on the other hand. Sales names were for example Zoom Touch for cameras with a wide zoom range, Light Touch for ultra-compact models, Fun Touch for easy-to-use cameras and Sport Touch for splash water resistance. After the late 1990s, Nikon dropped the series names and continued only with the sales name. Nikon's APS cameras were all named Nuvis. The cameras came in all price ranges from entry-level fixed-lens cameras to the top-model Nikon 35T and 28T with titanium body and 3D matrix metering. Movie cameras, Double 8, Nikkor X8, Nikkor X8F, Super 8, Nikon Super Zoom 8, Nikon 8X Super Zoom, Nikon A8 Super Zoom, Nikon A10 Super Zoom, professional underwater cameras. Nikonos I Calypso, Nikonos 2, Nikonos 3, Nikonos 4A, Nikonos V, Nikonos RS, digital cameras. Nikon's raw image format is NEF, for Nikon Electronic File. The DSCN prefix for image files stands for Digital Still Camera, Nikon. Digital compact cameras. The Nikon Coolpix series are digital compact cameras produced in many variants: super zoom, bridge, travel zoom, miniature compact and waterproof rugged cameras. The top compact cameras are several performance series indicated by a P. Larger sensor compact cameras, Coolpix series since 2008 listed. Nikon Coolpix P6000, August 7, 2008, Nikon Coolpix P7000, September 8, 2010, Nikon Coolpix P7100, August 24, 2011, Nikon Coolpix P7700, Nikon Coolpix A, March 5, 2013, Nikon Coolpix P7800. Lightweight fast lens compact cameras, Nikon Coolpix P300, Nikon Coolpix P310, Nikon Coolpix P330, Nikon Coolpix P340, bridge cameras, Nikon Coolpix AL810, Fabe, 2012-16 MP, 26x optical zoom, no Wi-Fi, fixed LCD, ISO 80-1600, Nikon Coolpix AL820, Jan, 2013-16 MP, 30x optical zoom, no Wi-Fi, fixed LCD, ISO 125-3200, Nikon Coolpix AL830, Jan, 2014-16 MP, 34x optical zoom with 68x dynamic fine zoom, no Wi-Fi, tilting LCD, ISO 125-1600, Nikon Coolpix P500, Fabe, December 1, 2011 MP, 36x optical zoom, tilt LCD, ISO 160-3200, Nikon Coolpix P510, Fabe, 2012-16.1 MP, 41.7x optical zoom, no Wi-Fi, vari-angle LCD, ISO 100-3200, Nikon Coolpix P520, Jan, 2013-18.1 MP, 42x optical zoom, optional Wi-Fi, vari-angle LCD, ISO 82-3200, Nikon Coolpix P530, Fabe, 2014-16.1 MP, 42x optical zoom and 84x dynamic fine zoom, opt Wi-Fi, fixed LCD, ISO 100-1600, Nikon Coolpix P600, Fabe, 2014-16.1 MP, 60x optical zoom and 120 dynamic fine zoom, built-in Wi-Fi, vari-angle LCD, ISO 100-1600. Mirrorless interchangeable lens cameras, Nikon 1 series, CX sensor, Nikon 1 mount lenses, Nikon 1J1, September 21, 2011, a 10 MP, Nikon 1V1, September 21, 2011, a 10MP, Nikon 1J2, August 10, 2012, a 10MP, Nikon 1V2, October 24, 2012, a 14MP, Nikon 1J3, January 8, 2013, a 14MP, Nikon 1S1, January 8, 2013, a 10MP, Nikon 1AW1, a 14MP, Nikon 1V3, an 18MP, LCD. Digital single-lens reflex cameras. High-end, Nikon D1, DX sensor, June 15, 1999, discontinued. Nikon D1X, DX sensor, February 5, 2001, discontinued. Nikon D1H, DX sensor, high speed, February 5, 2001, discontinued. Nikon D2H, DX sensor, high speed, July 22, 2003, discontinued. Nikon D2X, DX sensor, September 16, 2004, discontinued. Nikon D2HS, DX sensor, high speed, February 16, 2005, discontinued. Nikon D2XS, DX sensor, June 1, 2006, discontinued. Nikon D3, FX full-frame sensor. August 23, 2007, discontinued. Nikon D3X, FX full-frame sensor, December 1, 2008, discontinued. Nikon D3S, FX full-frame sensor, October 14, 2009, discontinued. Nikon D4, FX full-frame sensor, January 6, 2012, discontinued. Nikon D4S, FX full-frame sensor. High-end, Nikon D100, DX sensor, February 21, 2002, discontinued. Nikon D200, DX sensor, November 1, 2005, discontinued. Nikon D300, DX sensor, August 23, 2007, discontinued. Nikon D700, FX full-frame sensor, July 1, 2008 discontinued. Nikon D300S, DX sensor, July 30, 2009, Nikon D800, FX full-frame sensor, February 7, 2012, Nikon D800E, FX full-frame sensor, April 2012, Nikon D810, FX full-frame sensor. June 2014, Nikon D600, FX full-frame sensor, September 13, 2012, Nikon D610, FX full-frame sensor, October 2013, Nikon DF, FX full-frame sensor, November 2013, mid-range, DX sensor, Nikon D70, January 28, 2004, discontinued. Nikon D70S, April 20, 2005, discontinued. Nikon D80, August 9, 2006, discontinued. Nikon D90, August 27, 2008, discontinued. Nikon D7000, September 15, 2010, Nikon D7100, February 21, 2013, upper entry level, DX sensor. These are the only Nikon DSLRs with the articulated display. Nikon D5000, April 14, 2009, discontinued. Nikon D5100, April 5, 2011, discontinued. Nikon D5200, November 6, 2012, Nikon D5300, November 2013, entry-level, DX sensor, Nikon D50, April 20, 2005, discontinued. Nikon D40, November 16, 2006, discontinued. Nikon D40X, March 6, 2007, discontinued. Nikon D60, January 29, 2008, discontinued. Nikon D3000, July 30, 2009 discontinued. Nikon D3100, August 19, 2010, discontinued. Nikon D3200, April 19, 2012, Nikon D3300, January 7, 2014. Photo optics, lenses for F-mount cameras. The Nikon F-mount is a type of interchangeable lens mount developed by Nikon for its 35mm single-lens reflex cameras. The F-mount was first introduced on the Nikon F camera in 1959. See Nikon F-mount ʻnɪkʒn, lenses with integrated motors, List of Nikon F-mount lenses with integrated autofocus motors, other lenses for photography and imaging. Electronic flash units. Nikon uses the term spread light for its electronic flashes. Actual devices are the SBR200, SB300, SB400, SB600, SB700, SB800, SB900, SB910 and A1C1. Film scanners. Nikon's digital capture line also includes a successful range of dedicated scanners for a variety of formats, including advanced photosystem, 35mm, and 60mm film. 1988, LS3500 horsepower IB. 1992, Coolscan LS10 SCSI. First to be named Coolscan to denote LED illumination. 1994, LS3510 AF autofocus SCSI. 1995, LS4500 AF. 12-bit AD. SCSI. Fitted with autofocus lens. 1996, Super Coolscan LS1000 SCSI. Scan time cut by half. 1996, Coolscan 2 LS20 ESCSI. 1998, Coolscan LS2000 SCSI, multiple sample, clean image software. 1998, Coolscan 3 LS30 ESCSI. 2001, Coolscan 4 LS40 ED USB, Silver Fast, Ice, Rock, GM. 2001, Coolscan LS4000 ED Firewire. 2001, Coolscan LS8000 ED Firewire, multi-format. 2003, Coolscan VLS50 ED USB. 2003, Super Coolscan LS5000 ED USB. 2004, Super Coolscan LS9000 ED Firewire, multi-format. Nikon introduced its first scanner, the Nikon LS3500 with a maximum resolution of 4096 x 6144 pixels, in 1988. Prior to the development of cool LED lighting, this scanner used a halogen lamp. The resolution of the following LED-based Coolscan model didn't increase, but the price was significantly lower. Color depth, scan quality, imaging and hardware functionality as well as scanning speed was gradually improved with each following model. The final top-of-the-line 35mm Coolscan LS5000 ED was a device capable of archiving greater numbers of slides. 50 frames slides or 40 images on film roll. It could scan all these in one batch using special adapters. A single maximum resolution scan was performed in no more than 20 seconds as long as no post-processing was also performed. With the launch of the Coolscan 9000 ED, Nikon introduced its most up-to-date film scanner which, like the Minolta image scanners, were the only film scanners that, due to a special version of digital ICE, were able to scan Kodachrome film reliably, both dust and scratch-free. Laser soft imaging scan software Silver Fast features a similar technique since end of 2008, that allows every Nikon film scanner to remove dust and scratches from Kodachrome scans. In late 2007, much of the software's code had to be rewritten to make it Mac OS 10.5 compatible. Nikon announced it would discontinue supporting its Nikon Scan software for the Macintosh as well as for Windows Vista 64-bit. Third-party software solutions like Silver Fast or ViewScan provide alternatives to the official Nikon drivers and scanning software, and maintain updated drivers for most current operating systems. Between 1994 and 1996, Nikon developed 3 flatbed scanner models named ScanTouch, which couldn't keep up with competitive flatbed products and were hence discontinued to allow Nikon to focus on its dedicated film scanners. Sport optics, binoculars. Nikon Metrology. Nikon has a metrology division that produces hardware and software products for 2D and 3D measurement from nano to large-scale measurement volumes. Products include optical laser probes, X-ray computed tomography, coordinate measuring machine, laser radar systems, microscopes, portable CMMs, large volume metrology, motion measurement and adaptive robotic controls, semiconductor systems, metrology software including CMM Manager, CAMIO Studio and AutoMeasure. Measurements are performed using tactile and non-contact probes. Measurement data is collected in software and processed for comparison to nominal CAD or part specification or for recreating/reverse engineering physical work pieces. Other products. Nikon also manufactures ophthalmic equipment, loupes, monoculars, binocular telescopes, microscopes, laser rangefinders, cameras for microscopy, optical and video-based measurement equipment, scanners and steppers for the manufacture of integrated circuits and liquid crystal displays, and semiconductor device inspection equipment. The steppers and scanners represent about one-third of the income for the company as of 2008. Nikon has also manufactured eyeglasses, sunglasses, and glasses frames, under the brands Nikon, G, Noble IT, Prezio, and Velocity VTI. Cultural references. Singer Paul Simon referenced Nikon cameras in his 1973 song Kodachrome. Dexter Morgan, main character of the Showtime series Dexter, can be seen using a Nikon camera throughout the show. In the movie Hackers, the character Lord Nikon got his alias because of his photographic memory. See also. Notes and references. External links, Nikon Corporation website, I am Nikon blog, Yahoo! Nikon Corporation Company Profile, Nikon Collection. A pictorial history, Nikon Lens Specifications Table, Nikon Info at Photography in Malaysia, Nikon Metrology website, CMM Manager website.